Report update. It is June 25th, 2024. The time is 9 a.m. In attendance are Commissioners Matari and Duncan. Bill, are you on the line? Okay, don't hear that. So I will call for public comment. Hearing none. Our one and only item is the Airport Advisory Board meeting minutes update with Chair Frank O'Connell. Yeah.
Here we are. Good morning, Commissioners. Frank O'Connell, Chair of the Airport Advisory Board. I'll briefly go over what we've done the last three meetings. As I mentioned to you, Leslie, we have not done an update the last few months. And particularly our last meeting, we didn't have really anything notable. But going all the way back to, I think the last update we did was for the March meeting. For the April meeting, we had, as a board, decided unanimously to give over the meeting to our tower vendor that was going to be coming in on May 1st and opening our seasonal tower. We did that down here in these chambers. Invitation to everybody in the airport community and anybody in the public that was interested in, primarily to let them provide information as to how they were going to conduct operations and what their expectations were going to be from the flying community. And at the same time, we had Mike Kincaid gave a safety presentation and outlined some of the call-in points for the benefit of the flying community. And that turned out to be pretty productive. We hadn't done that last year, and I think it led to a lot of problems when the tower was initiated this year. We didn't seem to have that kind of a hurdle to jump over. So it went very well. The May meeting, of course, that's when we voted in the annual fee increases that we presented to you here. I think it was a business meeting last month for your approval, which you did. At the same time, we also had a presentation by a fellow named Brian McKiernan, represents a small business called Aerocoastal Associates. Their specialty is to go around to smaller airports and help them to reintroduce limited commercial service should they decide they want to have it. And we had Brian give that presentation. And that, of course, led to an interesting situation because we posted that on the agenda. It got out into the community that Coeur d'Alene Airport was all of a sudden going to undergo a major expansion, and there were going to be big body jets flying in and out of here. And so we had not a lot of people, but several people, including was it Ed DePriest from Hayden City Council, showed up to ask about that. And many of them expressed their concerns that they didn't want to have that level of commercial service coming into Coeur d'Alene. And, you know, we explained to them that, you know, it was simply a presentation that Brian wanted to give. I think he talked to you last year, Bruce. And, you know, we were obligated to let him come in and give his presentation, but that we certainly had no ideas of reintroducing commercial service. And luckily, Phil Cummings came to the meeting, and Phil introduced himself, explained that he'd been there for 28 years, and that this had been attempted previously, and he explained all the logistical problems, you know, to the satisfaction of everyone there, that it would be very unlikely that we would ever see that level of commercial service there. You know, however, at some point, if a vendor came in and wanted to try and reestablish limited commercial service with smaller airplanes, you know, that was always a possibility, and it would segue right into our existing traffic, so it really wouldn't be the problem that anybody at the meeting thought it would be. And that seemed to resolve the issue. We haven't heard anything back on that. I don't think you've had any phone calls or anything. No. In our June meeting, the most recent one, given that we've really caught up on all our issues and Gaston seems to have everything well in hand and projects well in progress, the only item of business we had was to announce an opening on the board to fill the space vacated by the passing of Dick Rattan. And that brings us to current. And that's all I have to report.
All right. Questions?
No questions.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Gaston, do you want to add anything?
I was just going to give a general update on the airport, just kind of the happenings in the last couple months. And excuse me for arriving late. We had an accident right in front of me I was assisting with on the way down. So, anyway, airport's been doing very well. It's starting to get pretty busy for the season. We're well underway with our summer traffic. We have hit 500 op days already. We usually don't hit that till later in the summer, but we're seeing those pretty regularly this early in the season. That being said, the tower has been working fantastically at the airport. They're still operating in their temporary trailer right now. Our tower structure that we're building out of the containers is probably about 85% complete now. It is sitting at what would be 4 containers high, 4 stories high right now. All the bases are in, stairs are being constructed. The final tower cab is complete. It's just on the ground. We're doing the final hookups for wiring and the interior build out in it. And then that will be topped out and lifted on top in the next month or so, or sorry, week or so. So we're hoping that first or second week in July, we're going to be moving our controllers from the trailer into our structure, which they're excited for. They're ready to get a little more elevation on the airport, have a better view of things. With as busy as it has been with the type of traffic we have coming in, at ground level, it's kind of hard to see everything that's going on. So it's really going to increase the safety of the airport. But well on track. They're going to have a nice product. It'll serve us well for the next years here while we're figuring out how to deal with the FAA on that issue. So other than that, we're extremely busy just with airport maintenance projects. All kinds of pavement maintenance, crack sealing, pavement sealing, striping. Our crews are working day shifts. We've swapped some to night shifts to be painting at night while there's not a lot of traffic, shut down different areas and get painting done. So the airport's looking really nice. It's really, when we bring the 2 seasonal positions online, that's going to really help with the operations as far as having those specific maintenance people do stay on top of that while the operations staff can work on operational projects. So
Have you hired those already?
we have not. We've received 3 applications now,
Okay.
and moving forward with at least 1 right now.
Okay.
So, but yeah, other than that, all the fire operations are queued and ready to start. I believe the IDL, Idaho Department of Lands, is fully functional with their contract staff. They have 1 helicopter and 4 Fireboss, the single engine tankers, online. And then the Forest Service will be online, I believe, July 1st with their base. If we did have a significant event in the area, they could turn it on. But they officially start their contract, I believe, the 1st of July. So they're all good to go. Other than that, it's just been normal operations, a lot of construction going on out there, and some good things. So working pretty well. Answer any questions for you guys.
No questions. Keep up the good work.
Will do.
Yep. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And you want to go ahead and announce Dick Rutan's memorial for Saturday?
Sure, I can definitely do that. This Saturday, and I'm going to get the exact times because I've heard a few different times, and I'll get those disseminated to everyone in the event calendar. But this Saturday, the 29th, there's going to be a memorial service for Dick Rutan that is open to the public at Stancraft. I believe it starts just before noon. There's going to be a whole memorial service in the hangar. I believe there is a missing man formation flyover that's going to happen. There's going to be significant airplanes to Dick on display in the hangar, and we've heard that there could be quite a turnout for fly-in traffic coming in as well. Kind of that canard, like the Long Easy home-built aircraft, there could be a large amount of those flying in. So it'll be really cool. It'll be a kind of an honor to have all those airplanes here. They're pretty significant in the whole Rutan background. So we're excited to have them up here.
Great.
Yeah,
Great. You did a lot for aviation.
absolutely.
So, yeah. Good. Oh, you need your...
We did have a significant loss to our aviation community this last Wednesday with the death of Mark Manteuffel. Mark was the real thing, a genuine Coeur d'Alene native, emergency room physician here for 30 years. My wife has known him forever. She worked with him down at Kootenai, and he's very widely known down there. Yeah. And of course, for most of us at KCOE, it's a major loss because he was our resident medical examiner, and now we're without.
Yeah.
But besides that, Mark was a friend to anybody that dealt with him, and he's very sorely missed.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. So, yep. All right. Anything else? Aaron, change your mind? Okay. All right, well, officially call for public comment in case there's someone on the phone, online, nothing. All right, 9:10, meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.